2020 BMW M340i B58 engine, intake on it, and right here, this water pump housing is the reason the car came in today. Those housings on the B58 are a known failure point. They leak coolant slowly enough that most owners don't catch it until the damage is already done. Today I'm replacing the entire water pump housing from start to finish. Every step, every tool, every tip. Before we touch anything, battery comes off first. We're going deep into the engine today. Electrical connectors, sensors, coolant lines, battery off every time, no exceptions. This part right here, every B58 owner should know about. Remove the plastic covers for better access. Subscribe. Now pop the coolant caps off to release some pressure. Now the car has to go up. For better access, all these shields have to be removed. There's a couple 10 millimeters and there's a couple 18 millimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4. All these shields I had to remove. But this is so when we drain the coolant, there isn't any leftover coolant residue. We're gonna drain the coolant from this hose over here. I'm gonna show you guys in a second. To access this coolant hose clip, I usually use a 90-degree pick. I just push both the tabs up and then I pry the hose off lightly. With the engine covers off, you can already see the layout. Driver's side of this engine is where everything is happening today. The DME, the intake manifold, all have to be removed. For the DME removal, there are two 10mm bolts and one hidden right here. The DME connectors look intimidating, but the process is straightforward. Work through them one at a time. Every connector has a locking tab or lever. Release the lock first, then pull the connector free. Never yank. Force is not your friend here. Make sure all the clips are released and you could pull the DME right out. Next, we have to make more room. The intake manifold has to be removed and also this front shield right here. There are two bolts that hold the charge pipe to the throttle body and both of them are T30. Make sure to unplug the connector to the throttle body. Subscribe. Now let's remove the evap solenoid. It's held on by one connector and 3 plastic vacuum hoses. I'll give you guys a little tip. Squeeze the plastic hose and wiggle them out. There's 2 E10 support bolts, one right here and one right here. BMW tried to hide this one. The biggest fight you're going to have with this intake manifold are these 2 coolant hoses right here. This camera view won't do justice, but I'm going to show you guys both these hoses when I pull off the intake manifold. Manifold bolts now. There are multiple 10mm bolts running across the perimeter, and there is one at the rear that is easy to miss. Got the rear bolt, now the manifold comes straight up, carefully. Remember those 2 hoses I was talking about earlier? Here they go right here. Remove this front shroud, it's held on by a few push clips. This aluminum shield is held on by a few 13mm bolts and 2 T30 bolts. Like the video. This brace comes off next, then we will have access to remove the fan. The brace is held on by 4 E18 bolts and 4 T30 bolts. On each top corner for the fan, there are 2 T25 bolts. You remove those and the fan slides right out. Next up, the charge pipe. But before that, let me remove the serpentine belt. This tensioner is kind of tricky, but let me try to explain it to you guys. This pulley here, you have to stick a pin in it so that this pulley doesn't move. Then you grab a 16mm and you could turn the second pulley and remove the serpentine belt. Unclip all the connectors going to the charge pipe, and then there's one clip on the bottom of the turbo that you have to remove. This M340 has an aftermarket intake, so it makes it easier for me to grab that clamp on the bottom of the turbo. But if you do have the stock airbox, you do have to remove it. Remove this coolant hose that attaches to the water pump housing. It will make it easier for the charge pipe to come out. We are almost there, but not quite yet. The alternator needs to be removed as well as the AC compressor. But I'm going to show you guys step by step. The alternator has two coolant hoses, one right here and one right here. You have to disconnect these. The serpentine belt tensioner is held on by three 13mm bolts. You have to move the tensioner a certain way just to get two of the 13mm bolts. This AC compressor is pretty big, but it's held on by two E12 bolts. On the side of the alternator, there is one connector and two power wires. You have to remove all three. Here's another trick. On the alternator, there are these, well, I call them pinchers. I usually put the socket on the bolt and tap it a few times just to loosen up the alternator. When I pull the alternator out, I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. After everything is disconnected, give the alternator a little wiggle and it should come right out. Here's the coolant lines I was talking about earlier. And these are the pinchers I was talking about earlier as well. Next up, the AC compressor. This one's going to be a little tough, but I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do. Same as the alternator, the AC compressor is held on by two E12s. Make sure to disconnect the connector. Okay, now pay attention. This coolant hose has to be removed for more space. This AC line will hit it. Here we can see why I'm replacing the full housing on this M340i. Here's where most people get stopped. On this job, the book says you're supposed to fully remove the AC compressor. But what I did was literally pick it up and move it to the side. That right there just saved you time and money. Now we can access all the E10 housing bolts with ease. Let's start with removing these T30s on this coolant hose. In total, there are 3 T30s on this coolant hose. On this water pump housing, there are a total of 7 E10 bolts. All bolts are out. The housing is going to be stuck. The gasket has been sitting against the block for a long time. Work it carefully with controlled pressure around the perimeter until it breaks free. No pry bars directly on the sealing surface. This is what a failed B58 water pump housing looks like. If your M340i is losing coolant and you can't find where it's going, look here first. This new unit fixes all of that. No more coolant leaks. Before I get into installing the new housing, let me clean up this mess from the old one. Okay, now that's better. Let's get this new housing installed. New housing goes in carefully, watching for even contact all the way around before any bolts is started. Sitting flush, hand thread every bolt before tightening any of them. Then we torque, working in a cross pattern to pull the housing down evenly. Housing is in, reconnect the coolant hoses. Make sure each one is fully seated before the clamp goes back. Now let's work in reverse. Get this AC compressor in and then the alternator. AC compressor back to its mount, carefully guide it back into position. Mounting bolts back in, check the lines, untouched. No stress, exactly as we left them. Alternator back in, mounting bolts torqued, electrical connections clicked in, coolant lines reconnected. Intake manifold back on, serpentine belt and charge pipe installed, and fan is back in. We can't forget this brace or this cover right here. Like the video. If you guys have any questions about this install, make sure to comment below. Fill both coolant reservoirs to the max line. BMW spec coolant only on these engines. For the most part, this job is wrapped up. I still have to do the shields on the bottom, but I'm sure you guys will be good with that. Make sure to let the car run for about 10 to 15 minutes and then take it for a drive. Oh, and one more thing. You won't be able to drive unless you connect the battery back. That's a water pump housing replacement on a 2020 BMW M340i. The job looks like a lot, and it is, but when you know the sequence and you know what to expect at each step, it's completely manageable. If this helped you out, like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I read all of them.